gentlemen, congratulations! The key to Howdy Moon to Coneheads. Great seeing you yet again for AHN Arnold Holland News, episode number 2 for today. The only news you'll ever need because you have no other choice. My friends, it's finally here. The final piece to the new Lord Vader era, Scorch from the Delta Squad. RC1262's kit reveal is here, and it seems to be addressing the two problems I've been having with the new era of Lord Vader. Number one, problem with getting enough Order 66 out there, and thing number two, we're missing a tank. Put those both together, that might be exactly what Scorch is trying to address. So people, coming over, we got a lot that we need to break down for today. Extremely excited to talk about this. Card in the top right-hand corner, literally just moments ago, we went over the Grand Moff Tarkin rework. This is looking awesome. Scorch looks like he's gonna plug into this lineup, especially for 3v3. So check that out. Also, new raid details of a new faction for the new raid. You guys will get a kick out of that one. So go check that video. Don't want to reiterate too much. And before we get into this kit reveal, I want to do a quick plug for me, myself, and I, and Raid Shadow Legends. So this is gonna be a quick sponsor from Raid Shadow Legends, real quick. A lot of you guys know I have a second channel where I play a lot of Raid Shadow Legends, and something big happened today. And if you were on the fence of playing Raid Shadow Legends along with me, well, yeah, something nutty came out where there is a huge promo code that just got announced today for the Desert Queen, and this is one of the best legendaries in the game, a void legendary, mind you, for the Barbarian faction. And even the Raid Shadow Legends community is like, wait, what? Are you actually kidding? I'm jealous. This is an amazing legendary that they're giving away for free, specifically for new players. So people, come on over, have fun with me, Raid Shadow Legends. Check out my other channel, and again, if you use my link down below, first and foremost, or scan that QR code, you're gonna get 3 of the best epic champions in the game to gore right away. And then at level 15, you're gonna get yourselves WOOOOW, and at level 40, this is basically the Captain Rex of Galaxy of Heroes. So much Terminator, Deacon Armstrong at level 40. And if you go ahead and use the promo code right over here for Desert Queen in your first 24 hours, you are gonna get for free. Again, so many people can't believe they're doing this. They're gonna be giving away for free, I always butcher her name, to Hanarok for free right away as a new player. I can't think of, this might be one of their best giveaways they've ever done. So people, definitely check it out. Also, I'll leave a link down below. I'm gonna open up 2 more clans this week. I keep getting more requests to open up new ones. They fill up so quickly, but I'm gonna leave a link down below to our Discord server where myself, all my other members in these various clans that we've created, hang out with one another. So if you want to get in there, get a little onboarded, find some tips and tricks from all these other amazing people that I've learned from, please feel free to do so. Again, use that link down below, scan the QR code, get to gore right away. WOOOOW at level 15, Deacon Armstrong once you get over to level 40, and more importantly, as of today, make sure to use the promo code Desert Queen to get this beautiful character. Or you know what, check out this video right here. If you want to learn about the other promos this month, check out this video that I posted a couple days ago. There are other promo codes that are pretty awesome as well, as you can see right here. But enough talk, let's get over and chat about the beautiful one and only Scorch kit reveal. Bring it on up here, my friends. All right, there's a lot cooking in this kitchen when it comes to this guy here. Oh my gosh. So tank, clone trooper, empire, and as I said, my 2 concerns as we've been building up this dark side clone team with Lord Vader, Order 66 seems a little difficult to get without the Datacron, and it was missing a tank. And the tank obviously was a concern, but I felt Order 66 was a much bigger concern, and they're addressing both of those problems here today. So the tank to complete the new dark side clone squad, like all dark side clones, works best if Lord Vader leading the charge, but can also work well Tarkin. Again, check out the Tarkin kit reveal for the rework. Looks pretty awesome. In that kit reveal, they said there's a new stat effect called Bulwark. I wasn't sure if it was stable Bulwark like we have in ships. It's reminiscent of Resilient Hull for ships, but it's not quite one-to-one. Furthermore, let's just scroll on down here. How do you unlock Scorch? The marquee event will be next week, Tuesday, May 20th at 11 a.m., so we gotta wait. But I'm assuming the Tarkin rework will drop tomorrow with the update. Required for Jedi Master Mace Windu at Relic 5, as we know. The Tarkin rework, yes, we talked about that. Bulwark, What you're going to get with that is 150% defense per stack. Then you're going to lose 1 stack of bulwark when receiving damage. So yeah, kind of like reinforced hull, not so much a stable bulwark like we have on the other side with ships. And we have a Grand Arena Omicron, not just for 3-3, not just for 5v5. We have ourselves a lot of good stuff going on here. So all of Grand Arena, and Tarkin's got a 3-3 Grand Arena Omicron, so this is gonna be a ton of fun. So let's get down to business. Oh man, I'm excited, boys. Scorch is one of those fan favorite characters that people have been wanting for so long. Hopefully maybe down the road we get a full Delta squad. This is the best we're gonna get. It's more to be tied with the Bad Batch Season 3 more than anything, not so much the Delta squad. Basic exterminate with extreme prejudice. Man, these ability names are sounding pretty banger already. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Dispel all debuffs from a random debuff Empire ally. More or less, it's not quite a passive cleanse, but it's a cleanse. If you just get him to assist, all that other stuff, cleansing from a basic, not too shabby. And if the target enemy had Order 66, check this out. Reduce the cooldowns of a random other non-galactic legend Empire ally by 1. So unfortunately not Lord Vader, but if you can get, for example, your Disguised Clone Trooper to do that massive insta-kill like ability a lot sooner, yeah, I think people are gonna like that. Again, all on just the basic ability. I always say, for these new factions, they always save the best for last, I feel like. And jeez, all these dark side clones are great in their own regards, but man, this is bringing a lot of heat to the holotable. First special, breaching charge, cooldown of 3. And this solves a problem kind of implicitly, as we're gonna talk about. Deal physical damage to all enemies, inflict 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns, and off balance for 2 turns. Off balance, we got that during the end of last year, kind of like a newer version of Exposed, basically, which might be like, what's the big deal? Let me guide you through this. We talked about this in some of my videos, going over the new clones. We talk about them as we build up, and obvious weaknesses. The biggest weakness that I noticed, Order 66 was hard to get on because you need 8 stacks of damage over time to get Order 66 from Appa. Well, it's kind of hard to get the 8 stacks of damage over time, especially early on. So Lord Vader, at the very beginning, he applies 4 damage over time, plus his unique ability, I believe, Twisted Prophecy. Somewhere in here, he applies 2 damage over time, so that's 6. We're falling short of 8. What happens? This gets us to 8. Hence why I had an issue of Oppo. This kind of implicitly addresses that issue. See, I'm not that crazy. I am God's gift to mobile gaming for a reason, people. Come on, you gotta give me some credit here. Special number 2, entrenched, cooldown of 4 people. It's just gonna get better. Hope you guys know that. Here we go. We're gonna have another way to taunt, so don't worry, but he's gonna taunt for 2 turns with this ability. Recover 25% health and protection. I believe the protection is probably gonna be largely irrelevant under a Lord Vader lead, but under a Tarkin lead, when we have a lot of max health, protection gains, that's gonna be a lot more beneficial for that. Then you gain that 5 stacks of Bulwark for 2 turns, which can't be copied. Again, reminder, Bulwark, newish, 150% defense per stack, lose 1 stack of Bulwark when receiving damage. Yeah, that's gonna be nice for a tank and a Lord Vader crew that's gonna have a lot of defense. He's gonna feel pretty tough to knock down here, but it gets even better. Just hold on. Furthermore, at the start of the battle, if there's an ally Lord Vader Grand Moff Tarkin in the leader slot and not in the ally slot, Bulwark can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. So very important you have those guys in the lead so you keep it locked in. Again, preventing us from plugging them into a variety of lines. Again, don't get me started, people. I hate when I'm being babied. I have to have my hand held. I just want to get out there and do whatever I want with these characters. But anyways, Dark Side clones, you're gonna get 25% protection up, which again is based off your max health. And what does Lord Vader have in the team? Oh yeah, Dark Side at the Empire clones, they're gonna get a ton of health through Lord Vader. So big deal right there. Furthermore, we got this unique ability, Zeta, Omicron. I hope you guys like words because we got a lot of them. So here, I promise you guys, he's gonna have another way of taunting. He pre-taunts. And the best part is, it doesn't matter. He just has to start the counter. He taunts for 2 turns, not even conditioned to full Empire, Dark Side clones, yada, yada, yada. So there you go. I love I'm not gonna say it's 100% plug and play, but it's nice that if you just need a taunting character, all right, throw him in there, he pre-taunts, cool. But while he's taunting, if Bulwark wasn't enough defense for you, while he's taunting, an extra 25% defense and tenacity. And then whenever he loses taunt, he gains 25% bonus protection. Again, based off of max health, and I'm assuming being a tank, all the Lord Vader lead gains, it's gonna be an astronomical amount. And furthermore, While he has this bulwark effect, he's immune to speed down, stagger, and stun. Things that were commonly a problem, for example, for Royal Guard, you could stun him. Let's just put it this way. I think a lot of us can agree this seems to be a lot better than Royal Guard. Royal Guard did its job, right? I can't complain. But this is such a massive improvement for a Lord Vader team. We're not even done yet. This is a big deal. As I said, we needed more Order 66. And yes, we talked about damage over time at Oppo. That seems to be rectified. But check it out. Whenever an enemy dispels taunt from Scorch, they are inflicted with Order 66 for 2 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. And if that enemy was a Jedi, Order 66 instead lasts for 4 turns. So I'm actually kind of curious about how all this is going to work. Where is it? All right. Yeah, Empire ally gain taunt. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see how this works between taunt and mark. I think it's basically the same thing, more or less. So he's going to taunt, let's say, Ahsoka Tano, snips, does a buff dispel. He's going to lose the taunt, but he's going to still have mark. So he's still taunting, but not taunting specifically. And you're going to apply Order 66. Another nice way, passively, mind you, to get Order 66 out there. So technically, so far, he's got 2 ways of getting Order 66, trying to get a little bit more damage over time for Oppo. And furthermore, just from losing his taunt, and you still have a mark on it. Amazing stuff, people. Whenever a damage over time inflicted by Scorch expires, another 10% bonus protection for 2 turns. This feels like Dumbledore when he's like 10 points for Gryffindor, 10 points for Gryffindor. Bonus protection, bonus protection. They're just giving it to us everywhere, it feels like. And now we have something specifically for Grand Moff Tarkin, another little added bonus to kind of sweeten the deal up. At the start of battle, if there's an ally Grand Moff Tarkin, not even in the lead, it's just that in general, just somewhere there, Grand Moff Tarkin gains an extra 200% potency. And again, we have a lot of potency gains. If you checked out that Tarkin rework, this is a big, big deal, my friends. I am hoping Grand Moff Tarkin's gonna easily hit for like close to 100K minimum before Datacron's all day. That would make my dreams come true. I want a degree of what I saw at the Grand Moff Tarkin Datacron a few years ago. I think a lot of us could agree it was absolutely nuts and broken, but we want that for ourselves. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Scorch is going to assist whenever Tarkin uses an ability, which is, again, if you use a basic, guess what he's gonna do? Dispel all debuffs from a random debuff Empire ally, and potentially being able to reduce the cooldowns of someone else. So yeah, that's kind of nice. But also, check it out. The first time Tarkin would be defeated, he instead gains Deflective Ward for 2 turns. If you don't know what Deflective Ward is, it's becoming a little bit more prevalent. I believe Ahsoka Tano had it. Jocasta knew more recently. Basically, you convert, if there was 1,000,000 damage coming at you, you would just convert it into 1 damage. So it's almost like, when Raisin Ultimate, you only take 1 damage. It's kind of like that, just for briefly, right? Or until he receives damage, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and recovers 50% health and protection. It's basically a savior mechanic for Tarkin. One of the biggest issues with Tarkin, it's all cool. Maybe you can try to build up his nuke, build up his potency, but he was way too fragile, easy to knock him off. With the Tarkin rework and this, yeah, Tarkin's gonna have a nice shot at trying to build up the nuke, make you feel like you have a Death Star, right? So pretty nice stuff. Again, check out the Tarkin rework to understand how this works in the larger context of that. Pretty good stuff. And now the Grandarin Omicron, not specific to 3v3, 5v5, all the above. Doesn't matter if it's Darth Vader or Lord Vader, Tarkin, all the above. So first off, he's gonna get 50% max health. Oh, Lord have mercy. Max protection, tenacity. This guy, he seems like he's gonna be an absolute unit in a Lord Vader team. Massive amounts of durability, so much defense, max health gains. Hopefully he's got a great base health pool, protection pool to work with. And also, when you lose his taunt, all dark side clone trooper allies recover 15% health and protection. Oh gosh, I mean, that was one thing nice about Royal Guard. It had a passive way of healing up the team. We're gonna have that as well. So he loses taunt, he's gonna apply Order 66, you're gonna recover health and protection. And then whenever he gains taunt, he dispels all the debuffs on himself, and all other dark side clone trooper allies gain 10% turn meter. Whenever he uses Entrench, he gains an additional stack. 5 additional stacks of Bulwark. He's already getting 5, right? From this ability, 10 stacks. So you're okay, oh gosh, what is with these numbers? You know when we did the math for what's it called? This guy's clone trooper, we're like, there's no way, and it was way, right? So you get 150 per stack. So if you do 150 times 10, you could just get an extra 1,500% defense. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that just sounds disgusting. I lost my train of thought here. An extra 5 stacks of bulwark. Wow. And then the first time each other non-galactic legend Empire ally is reduced 50% health, Scorch is going to taunt for 2 turns, and that ally recovers 100% health and protection. This is, in a way, bringing what makes CX2 pretty threatening in 3v3 Grand Arena with his Omicron. Which one is it? Focused and determined, right? Oh gosh, which one is it? I'm losing. There it is. Basically, the same thing. The first time they fall below 50% health, they recover 100% health and gain 30% bonus protection. It's basically similar to that right there. So a savior-like mechanic for Tarkin, for all of your beautiful dark side clones. It's just wow. And it's just, yeah, this looks a ton of fun. I didn't imagine Scorch being a tank, but the kit looks awesome. I always imagined Scorch being an attacker of some sort, but you know what? Lord Vader, first off, needed more ways getting Order 66. It seems like this should help. I don't know if it's going to be as great as the Datacron. Let's wait and see until we get tested, get in our own hands, feel what the pacing of Order 66 is like now. And he's a tank, and it penalizes you big time if you take that taunt off. So I'm a pretty big fan of this, people. You let me know down below how you feeling about this guy. We'll check him out next week when he finally drops on Tuesday. What was it? May 20th? Man, are we almost done of May? I was just singing it's gonna be May just the other day, and now, geez, here we are. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Arnold Holland News. Be sure to check out the Tarkin rework, the extra raid information about the pirate faction being required. You're gonna love that. And also, again, check out my Raid Shadow Legends channel. Use the link down below to get all those amazing characters and take advantage of one of the best giveaways, probably the best giveaway they've ever done out there. But until we meet again, my friends, thank you for stopping by. I'm so hyped for this team this past several weeks, and I'm excited to wrap this up and see what Lord Vader is really going to be all about. But until then, you guys stay amazing, and always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.